Hello, everyone, and a huge, warm welcome to the Healing Well Counseling Services team. We are so happy to have you with us. The whole point of this guide is to give you a really clear picture of your role and responsibilities as you kick off your clinical internship. So let's dive right in. We've broken this down into 5 key areas to give you a solid roadmap. First, we'll talk about the why of your internship. Then, we'll get into the absolute must-knows of professionalism. After that, we'll dig into your specific role and what supervision looks like, cover safety and how to get support, and then we'll wrap up with your commitment to learning.
All right, let's start with the big picture, the why behind you being here at Healing Well. Getting this part is really the key to everything else that follows.
So at its heart, your internship is all about learning. It's a structured educational experience. And what does that really mean? Well, it's not about just showing up and logging hours. It's about you actively strengthening your clinical awareness, really starting to form your professional identity, and making sure your practice is built on a rock-solid ethical foundation. And the most important part? It all happens under qualified supervision because your number one job here is to learn and grow. Okay, let's shift gears and talk about the foundational rules of professionalism. These are your core responsibilities, the things that are completely non-negotiable. They're here to protect our clients, our organization, and just as importantly, you. Topping the list, and this is a big one, is confidentiality. It is our absolute, strict legal and ethical duty to protect every single piece of client information. This isn't just a Healing Well policy, you guys. This is the law, governed by things like HIPAA and our professional codes of ethics. It's the bedrock of what we do. And that duty of confidentiality extends to the digital world for sure. So a few hard and fast rules. The technology we provide is for internship activities only. Your personal devices, like your phone or laptop, they should never, ever be used to store or even discuss confidential client info. And here's another really big one. You absolutely do not initiate or accept social media connections with clients. And it probably goes without saying, but never post anything online that could identify a client or our agency's operations. It all comes back to protecting their privacy. Okay, now we're getting to the real heart of your experience here, your specific role and its relationship with supervision. Getting this dynamic right is absolutely crucial for your success. I want you to really let this quote from our handbook sink in. The internship is intended to be a supervised learning opportunity rather than an independent professional role. This one sentence says it all. You are here to learn, and that learning is guided every step of the way by an experienced professional. So let's break that down. What does that look like day to day? Well, your role is to observe, to assist and support our team, to learn, and to ask a ton of questions. You'll even do some documentation, but it'll always be reviewed. Now, what's outside your scope? Things like providing therapy independently, diagnosing conditions, creating treatment plans from scratch, or making any kind of unsupervised clinical decision. Those responsibilities require a license, and this clear boundary is here to protect both you and our clients. Please don't think of supervision as just another meeting on your calendar. It is your single most important tool while you're here. Seriously, it's your dedicated space to get guidance when you're feeling lost, to get support when things get tough, and to have accountability to make sure you're on the right track. Use it. Use it often. Next up, let's talk about your safety net. This includes everything from physical safety in the building to having a clear process for you to get support or voice concerns if you need to. Your safety and the safety of everyone here is paramount, so we need you to always be aware of your surroundings and to follow all our agency safety protocols. But the most important part, you have to promptly report any incidents or concerns to your supervisor. Do not ever try to manage a high-risk or crisis situation on your own. That's not your job. Your job is to recognize a potential problem and immediately get help from our trained staff. And listen, if you ever run into a problem here, maybe with supervision or an interaction at work, we want you to know there's a clear, fair process to handle it. It starts with you bringing the concern to our clinical director. From there, we'll do a review to get all the facts, and then we'll work on a resolution. This system is here to make sure you are heard and that your concerns are taken seriously. So, after all that, let's boil it down to one key question. When you're in doubt about anything at all, a task you've been given, a professional boundary, or a safety concern, what is the one thing you should always do? The answer is simple, but it is the most important takeaway from this entire guide. Pause and consult your supervisor. That's it. That's your golden rule for this whole internship. Trying to figure it out on your own when you're unsure creates risk. Pausing and asking for help, that's not weakness. That is professional strength. All right, we're on the home stretch. Let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle, your commitment to learning. This is what we ask of you in return for this experience. Your commitment, your side of the bargain, is to show up ready to learn. Be curious, ask questions, lots of them. Uphold confidentiality like it's sacred, and always operate safely within the boundaries of your supervised role. If you can commit to that, you're going to have an incredible experience here. Okay, your last step is to carefully review the full intern handbook and then sign the acknowledgement page. That just confirms that you've understood your role and all these responsibilities we've talked about. We are so excited to have you. Welcome to the Healing Well Counseling Services team.